Hi everyone, my name is Simran Mehtani and in this video we will study about the 20th century literature or the modern literature in British history. This was a period of social unrest in England and all over the world. Okay, and therefore we come across the First World War which took place in 1914. And after the war got over, we come across the war poets. Now, who were the war poets? War poets were those poets who themselves experienced the war. Okay, many of them lost their own family members in the war, and after the war got over, they wrote about their own experience of the war and its aftermath in their poems. Rudyard Kipling was the most notable writer of this period. He has written short stories, novels, poetry, children's literature, travel literature. His most notable works are The White Man's Burden, If, Kim, Just So Stories, The Man Who Would Be King, Ganga Din, and so many more. Most of his works are inspired by India. You would ask me why? Because he was born in India and therefore Indian traditions and cultures reflect in most of his poems. H.G. Wells was another prolific writer of this age. He is often remembered for his works in science fiction. He is often called as the father of science fiction. Brian Aldiss called him the Shakespeare of science fiction. Remember this. His most notable works are The Invisible Man, The Time Machine, When the Sleepers Wake, The Shape of Things to Come, The War of the Worlds, and so many more. He was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature for 4 times. John Galsworthy was a novelist and a playwright. The Silver Box was his first play. Okay. His most notable novels include A Forest Saga and its sequels called A Modern Comedy and End of the Chapter. Okay, these 3 are the most notable ones. He has won the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1932. James Barrie was a Scottish novelist and a playwright. He is most notably known for his character called Peter Pan. Peter Pan was a fictional, mischievous young boy who could fly and who would never grow up. Okay, his most notable novels include The Little White Bird, Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens, When Wendy Grew Up, Peter and Wendy. These are his most notable novels. He has also written other plays like What Every Woman Knows, Half an Hour, Shakespeare's Legacy, A Kiss for Cinderella, and so many more. Joseph Conrad was a Polish British writer. As a novelist, he earned great fame in English literature. He was a novelist as well as a short story writer. His most notable novels include Lord Jim, The Heart of Darkness, The Secret Agent, The Shadow Line, The Arrow of Gold, Nostromo, Under Western Eyes, An Outcast of the Islands, and so many more. George Bernard Shaw. G.B. Shaw was an Irish playwright who won the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1925. He has written more than 60 plays in his lifetime. His most notable plays include Major Barbara, Saint John, Arms and the Man, Man and Superman, The Philanderer, Mrs. Warren's Profession, Candida, Pygmalion, You Never Can Tell, Getting Married. There are so many of them. W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet. He was the major driving force behind the Irish literary revival or the Celtic revival. His most notable poems include Sailing to Byzantium, The Second Coming, The Wild Swans at Cool, Adam's Curse, The Stolen Child, The Tower, The Rose Tree, September 1913. That's all I had for you today. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about English literature. I'll see you soon. You take care of yourself. Bye.